All right, folks, Microsoft just threw a huge curveball at the AI gave. Satya Nadella and his crew are shaking up things like a tech world martini, and the implications here are big. So we're talking about reorgs, power shifts, and a whole new version of how AI is going to reshape the business landscape. So if you're a developer or an entrepreneur or just someone who wants to stay ahead of the tech curve, you can't afford to miss this. So grab your cup of coffee and let's get ready for and digging into Microsoft's AI earthquake and what it means for the future of tech. Let's dive in. Welcome to Startup Hack. I'm Spencer Thompson. Here at Startup Hack, we love to train software developers in our licensed coding boot camps and build custom software solutions for a company. With a decade of executive leadership as a fractional CTO and 25 years in software development, I've mastered transforming tech teams and products. All right, so Microsoft is talking about a massive shakeup in the Microsoft's AI division, with key players shifting roles. So their CoreAI team is responsible for the foundational AI work is getting totally revamped. Now they're hinting at a major strategic change in how Microsoft approaches AI developer. And so let's dive into an article really quick where Nadella is talking about this. So I've got a couple articles I want to talk on this a little bit. He says 2025, this is Nadella talking, 2025 will be about model forward applications that reshape all application categories. More so than any previous platform shift, every layer on the application stack will be impacted. It's akin to GUI, internet servers, and cloud native databases all being introduced into the app stack simultaneously. 30 years of change is being compressed into 3 years. Now, I think that's super aggressive. I'm going to be really curious to see them hit that. But Nadella is a pretty tough guy, and he's pushed Microsoft, I think, into a way that honestly they needed to for a lot of years during the Ballmer years. But he's really pushing about this agent role, and I think this is really important, right? And so he's creating this new AI engineering group led by the former Meta executive, right? And he's built this to now, this developer division is now all about AI, and it's doing a big reorg around this, right? Now, could Microsoft, have a big shift? And it did, actually. We saw Microsoft stock actually go up, and Microsoft's actually done really well every day since then. That was just today, but he made these comments a little bit ago. Now, I do think that what he's seeing here is that Microsoft, he sees it as limiting unintended consequences. And I think that's a little interesting for him to talk about this, because I don't know how much it'll be interesting to see. I think one of the biggest problems with AI is the fact that it can give too many false positives. I think it actually has huge implications, and I think there's going to be some major problems to overcome with this. But he's advocating for a proactive approach to managing the technology's potential downsides, and I think this is one of them, right? You know, if you're writing a paper and you get bogus information into it and you get a couple sentences that don't make sense or whatever, it's not the end of the world. But if you're a doctor and you're trying to use AI and you're trying to use it to diagnose somebody and you get a false positive, that's not going to be okay. So Microsoft's become they were a big force in the proliferation of AI through their investment into OpenAI. I think this is a huge shift and signal away from this as an OpenAI tries to go for profit. Now, there's the last one here that I want to, check out here for you as we're talking about this, is that Nadella reveals how AI agents will disrupt SaaS models. And this is part of what I want to break down for us today, because as developers, I think this is huge. He says the agent will orchestrate across multiple SaaS applications. It'll be kind of like humans are the swarm of agents. This is the next frontier, and it's where a lot of productivity will come from. Just like I can build a spreadsheet, I will build thousands and hundreds of thousands of agents that will stream my own work, and it will be the use case of capital AI, right? And so he's going to continue to say how AI will consume SaaS, right? And this wasn't a big speech, so of course he's going to try to say something sensational, right? But he said, the approach we're taking acknowledges that traditional businesses or SaaS applications may fundamentally change in the agent era. These applications are essentially CRUD, create, read, update, and delete, databases with business logic, but in the future, this logic will migrate to AI agents. Now, again, I think until AI becomes more reliable, I'm going to be a little surprised to see how far we shift towards this, because I think there's a lot of problems if we're trusting it with a 70 to 80% accuracy, and I think that's on the high side. And I think that's actually kind of skewed. But I do think that he could be right that agents are the new frontier. We use a lot of worker processes, and these are full of business logic. If AI could get better to start working with some of these, then I would offload some AI agents into some of these. Right now, it's nowhere near it, right? But Microsoft's move is coming as rivals like Google, Amazon, and OpenAI all double down on AI, right? We're definitely seeing a battle for AI supremacy, and we're seeing it heat up, right? And so each player brings its unique strengths, but they're also facing shared challenges around the ability to scale this, right? Now, Nadella has been one to make bold strokes, and obviously nobody wants to miss out on this. Microsoft is like notorious for having missed out on the mobile front, right? They had mobile phones long before anybody else did, but yet Apple came in and just kicked their butt with the iPhone, right? And so they don't want to miss this again, and nobody wants to miss this. So Nadal is definitely making some bold strokes, but I do think Microsoft is positioned with Azure and with Windows, their Windows supremacy, as you know, their desktop supremacy, as well as a lot of their applications, the .NET framework and everything. So I do think he's in a really good place to make some of these bold claims and these bold strokes. Now, speaking of bold strokes, if your company has systems that aren't connected, let us help you out, because here at Startup Hack, our specialty is connecting systems to help your company work like a well-oiled machine. Now, Microsoft is predicting that there's going to be an enterprise evolution. And Natalia Sadala is saying Microsoft's enterprise heritage will give it a leg up in applying AI to business challenges. And I think this is right. I actually think they have a massive amount of business-centric data. Unlike almost anybody else. I can't really think of anybody else, because if you look at like Facebook, that's not going to be necessarily business, right? Microsoft owns the enterprise world. And this, I think, is where a lot of this is going to come from. If you think of all the data that's flowing through Azure, like there's a lot that they can do here, right? So I do think they're uniquely positioned to infuse AI across its productivity, cloud, and business stack, right? So from Office 365, think Clippy, right? Everybody who remembers Clippy, this is where Microsoft had thought of this idea a long time ago, but now think of it actually infusing into their actual productivity tools, right? Now, as AI reshapes the industry, it puts a premium on new skills for developers and business leaders. We've got to learn how to use AI, right? Because if Microsoft's investing in it, Google's investing in it, OpenAI dumped a ridiculous amount of money, everybody's all in on AI. We've got to make sure we learn how to use it, because otherwise you couldn't get left behind, right? So AI is poised to transform how software developers design, develop, and maintain code, right? Code generation, intelligent assistance, and automated bug fixing are going to be just the beginning. I think it's going to take us a while to get to where we actually have a lot of really useful code being generated with AI. But successful teams will blend AI and human ingenuity in new ways. I've always told my developers, I don't think that AI is going to replace you, but a developer who knows how to use AI might. So as AI-infused products and services continue to grow, we're going to see a lot of money being dumped into this, and Microsoft has a really good position for this, right? So Microsoft move underscores the transformative potential and inevitability of AI. Developers, businesses, and society at large need to prepare for an AI-powered world, right? It's going to be beside us. We can't stick our head in the sands and ignore this. So it requires a combination of technical skills, business savvy, and ethical groundbreaking. I've heard it said all the time, and I've said it before, as soon as we can actually write perfect requirements, then AI might have a chance. But until we can write perfect requirements, then I think we're still going to need some developers and product managers around. So what are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think Nadal is betting in the wrong way? Love to hear your comments. The best compliment you can give me is to leave a comment down below, and to make sure you like and subscribe. Here at Startup Hack, we'd love to train software developers in our licensed coding boot camps, and I've got some great information on that, so check this out.
Want to become a software developer but don't want to spend 4 years in college and rack up massive student loan debts? Think you need technical expertise to get started? Welcome to Startup Hack, a better way to start your software career without student loans and years without income. One-on-one tutoring is included, so you never get stuck and have guidance through the whole process. No technical experience is necessary. Learn at your own pace and in your own space. Startup Hack has worked with local state agencies in your area to make it so that qualifying students can get the program costs covered entirely, and students can start earning while they learn.
Hi, I'm Jacob, and I completed the full stack development course offered by Startup Hack. One thing setting Startup Hack apart from any other coding bootcamp was the quality of one-on-one tutoring available. All of the projects that we did were challenging and thought-provoking, but left me feeling very accomplished and very prepared for my first job that I was offered just days after completing the program.
Hello, I'm Tom, and I completed the full stack development course offered by Startup Hack, and I must say that it was an excellent experience. The tutors is what set this course apart from others. They were knowledgeable, experienced, and always available to help provide me with guidance and support. Do not hesitate to take advantage of this affordable and efficient software development course.
Complete our 3-month coding bootcamp, gain hands-on experience, and land a paid internship. With 2 years of experience, on average, our graduates are making over $80,000 per year. The 3-month program includes technologies from Microsoft, Google, and Facebook. No debt, just a quick path to earning. Check out startuphack.com to code your future and start today.